everybody, it's Jody here and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a review and hopefully a little bit different review than other people's on the Morphe Jaclyn Hill collaboration palette that just came out. I have owned this sucker for about 5 days and have been playing with it like cray-cray. I don't know if you guys can see the streaks of color. You guys should see the back from fingerprints and such. So this baby's already getting pretty dirty. Now, there's a couple reasons why I bought this palette. Number one, I am going to tell you, I am a fan of Jaclyn Hill. I really enjoy her artistry. I love watching her apply makeup. Number two, and this is probably, actually these probably should have been in the opposite order, but the real reason that I really wanted to get this palette is because I've been a fan of Morphe brushes for a while. No, I'm not affiliated at all. I am not a sponsor. None of that garbage that would make me say this. I'm saying this as someone who uses them on a very daily basis and continues to repurchase them, that I do personally enjoy Morphe brushes. I also enjoy a lot of other brands of brushes, so I'm not solely Morphe, but some of my all-time favorite brushes definitely are from Morphe's line. What I was not a fan of with Morphe that I see pushed is their eyeshadows. And the big thing for me was the mattes were overly powdery to the point where I'd fall out like crazy. And the shimmers, I have slightly hooded, very deep set eyes, so shimmer transfer is a huge issue for me, and Morphe shimmers transferred like stink. So I was never a big fan of the actual shadows themselves. But with this new palette also came a new formula. So that's why I really purchased this and wanted to test it out. This palette in the USA runs $38 US. By the time you add the $38, the exorbitant, huge, crazy shipping that you pay with Morphe, which quite frankly is more than I pay with any other US makeup, cosmetics distributor or brand, indie brand or otherwise, Morphe shipping is redonkulous, the cost of it. So that was $26, end of shipping rant, to Canada. Once it got up here, I was also slapped with an additional $20.83 duty fee, which very rarely do I ever have to pay duty on makeup that I order from the States, and I do order a lot, so I can't knock Morphe for that. But for me personally, as a knucklehead up here in the Great White North, that made this palette, with exchange and everything, over $100. So I am going to 100% judge this review on it being a $100 palette. And the packaging, while it's cardboard doesn't bother me. I know a lot of people love the mirrors. Half the time I travel with a big mirror. I have big mirrors at home, so the lack of a mirror in this palette doesn't bother me at all. It closes pretty good. Not the strongest magnetic closure, but it does have one. My biggest issue with it is the fact that it's bowed. And to me, that's sort of a basic thing, that I should be able to lay my palette flat on the surface and not have it weeble wobble as I'm gathering shadows. It's not so bowed that it's unusable though, so I'm gonna just totally let that slide. The other big thing for me that actually does tick me off about the shipping, and I ain't gonna lie about this, is that I was one of the sad people who did not get the card that showed us the name of the shadows. And to me, if you're gonna bother to take the time to name the shadows, then you sure as hell better provide me with a card telling me what the names are, especially after watching Jaclyn's reveal video. Stating all the names, to have absolutely nothing in this that tells me the names is a little bit, it's not a little bit, it's a lot annoying. Why am I saying it's a little bit annoying? I'm being nice. It's a lot annoying. I also mentioned that with the customer service team at Morphe just via email, and they said that they were going to send me out a card right away. I'm sure I'm not the only email that they've gotten on this issue. But, so I look forward to getting that. Just so you guys know, and I'm going to move in, that this palette is 100% all I used on my eye look today. And I'm very excited about how it turned out. Ooh, there are some fun colors in this palette. So the inside's got this lovely saying. You guys have all seen it before. If you're watching this video, you were interested in this palette, and here's what it looks like. Now I'm going to be completely honest with you in saying that when I originally saw the pictures of this palette online, I was a little bit meh, like nothing got me that super excited, but once I actually received it and got it in my hot little hands, it was a totally different story. I have to tell you guys that in real life, compared to what it looks like on this palette, some of these little bit sort of mundane or shadows actually were some of the ones that got me like, wow, I like it. So there is some definitely fun colors. So I am going to tell you guys that out of the 35 shadows, that's a hell of a lot of shadows. Out of the 35 shadows in here, there are quite a few that I would have to say that I either have maybe not quite exact dupes for, but something so similar that you guys would never ever know the difference. But I also own a hell of a lot of eyeshadows, so really at this point, any palette that comes out, I probably have a shadow color that's very, very similar to. So I can't really hold that against it. So this is a primarily warm palette, which coming from Jaclyn Hill should be absolutely no surprise. That girl loves her warm colors. And they look phenomenal on her, so I don't blame her at all for being like a golden warm goddess when it comes to her color selection. And this definitely reflects that. If this palette came out and was a lot of cool tones, I'd be like, Jaclyn touches? What? So I'm not mad at it. This is a beautiful palette. Now when it comes to color selection, there are some stunners in here that I absolutely am in love with. One of them is this little guy up here in the corner. It looks very, very unassuming. I'll take a quick swatch of it. Here it is on my hand. Now look at that. This is the most amazing brow bone highlight I think I have, because I either have very, very matte ones or very, very shimmery ones, and this one hits that somewhere in the middle beautifully. I find that a brow bone highlight that isn't too shimmery or isn't too matte is something really, really hard to get and hard to master, and this does it in spades. Like, I'm thoroughly, completely, insanely impressed with that color. Another one that really, really gets my mojo going is right below it, this orange one here. So this color in a swatch is not the most amazing color of life, but I really, really enjoy its sort of undertones, and it does blend out really, really nicely. It is primarily what I use as sort of my primary crease shade. There's like 4 colors in there, but that one is on my eye today. So another one that everyone looks at, everybody's in love with, is this little guy right down here in the corner. Now this puppy is what I have all over my lid, and oh wow, that color, look at this color combo. That's what I have on my eyes. It just screamed summertime and I loved it. And another color that really has me very, very excited, because a lot of how it performs, is this little guy right here. This is a very, very blackened forest green, and with the color of my eyes, it's gonna look black. I hope it doesn't look black on the screen, but I have a feeling it's gonna look black. The color of this crazy forest, really, really blackened green, looks quite dark and black for a beautiful smoky eye, but because of that green color in it, it definitely brings out the color in my eyes. It is something that I find is another one of those colors that, in my opinion, is hard to get. I do have other blackened forest greens, but they either lean too far on the green side to make me super happy with them, and too far on the black side, and this just hits that happy, beautiful medium, just exactly how I would wish it to be. So here is my final and overall thoughts about the entire situation here. When it comes to the formula of these shadows, are they the best I've ever tried? Absolutely not. Are they the worst I've ever tried? Absolutely not. But the one thing I can say is that Morphe is upping their shadow game. Are these better than Morphe shadows in the past? And I'm gonna give you a huge 100 times yes, 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 yes. Yes! They are so much better. The matte shadows, let's start there. They're powdery, but not so powdery that I have tons of fallout and have to clean up my face. And they blend like a dream. Like, they blend really, really good. And I'm actually impressed, because I found Morphe shadows in the past very, very difficult to blend. These blend so much better than their shadows in the past that I think they're finally taking a step in the right direction to become known for more than just their brushes. The shimmer shades. Now the shimmer shades are interesting because I've had this makeup on for 3 hours, 3.5 hours, somewhere in there. I put it on with the intent to film, and a bunch of stuff happened, so I'm just sitting down now. And literally, usually most shadows that are shimmery, as soon as I put them on my eye, they transfer up above. These don't transfer. Well, they do a little bit, but they don't transfer near as bad as some of my even high-end shimmer shades. So I am extremely, extremely impressed with their shimmer shades. I have tried these shimmer shadows both wet and dry, and I will say that I don't have a problem with them going on dry. I use them dry today. If you want a more blam in your face impact, you can use a little bit of Fix Plus and wet them, and they work just fine. Fix Plus doesn't seem to cause any damage or issues to the actual shadows themselves by using it. So do I give this palette an overall thumbs up? As being someone in Canada, for the price point, I have to give it a thumbs down. 2 big thumbs down for that. I do not think it's worth over $100. However, have I lived in the USA or was able to go to the Morphe store itself and pay the $38 for it? Yes, 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. And I'm gonna have to give my best and kindest regards and congratulations to Jaclyn Hill. While I do not go out and buy every collaboration with a YouTuber that comes on the market, I do strongly support those that I follow and have been following for a length of time. And I think she did a really great job with this palette. I think that Morphe is upping their shadow game, and for that, good on you guys, congratulations. Please let me know, and all of us who are watching know in the comments down below if you purchased this palette and how you feel about it. If you didn't purchase this palette, why? I know that it's sold out right now, but it's going to be restocked very soon, so I've heard. If you're gonna be picking it up on the restock, let me know your thoughts and feelings on this. Anyways, guys, you all know the drillio. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out. And as always, guys, thanks so much for stopping by. I will see you all next time.